You're sitting at dinner with a friend. The bill arrives and suddenly they become intensely focused on splitting every single item to the exact cent. You've noticed this before, that moment where someone's relationship with money feels almost physical, like releasing it would cause them genuine distress. What if this behavior has nothing to do with money itself? What if it reveals something far deeper about how that person experiences the world? What if the tightest grip on a wallet is actually the tightest grip on emotional survival? That reframes the entire conversation immediately. Today we are exploring the psychology behind extreme stinginess. Not everyday frugality, but the kind that reshapes relationships and daily life entirely. Most people dismiss this as a simple personality flaw or a conscious choice, but psychology tells a much more complicated and genuinely interesting story. This is a pattern rooted in fear, early experience, and neurological wiring. It shapes how a person connects with the world around them, and chances are you recognize this pattern in someone you know, or perhaps quietly in yourself. Either way, understanding it actually matters. At its foundation, extreme stinginess is driven by two powerful psychological forces: the deep need for control and the persistent fear of losing security. Money, for someone with this pattern, is never simply a tool. It becomes a psychological shield against uncertainty, potential danger, and the unknown. Research consistently demonstrates that excessive attachment to financial resources correlates strongly with anxiety. The tighter the grip on money, the deeper the underlying worry. The person is not choosing to be difficult. Their nervous system is interpreting every single expenditure as a genuine threat to their future safety. But here's where it gets interesting. This complicated relationship with money often begins long before adulthood. It frequently starts during early childhood experiences. When a child grows up surrounded by financial scarcity, money becomes the central topic of household tension, daily arguments, and chronic stress. That child absorbs a very specific message over time. Resources are limited, the world is unpredictable, and you must hold on to everything you have. Psychologists refer to this as the scarcity mindset. It is a deeply ingrained cognitive framework where the brain constantly operates as if shortage is imminent. Even decades later, when that child becomes a financially stable adult, the old scarcity programming remains fully active. The brain never truly updates itself. This is the part most people miss. Stinginess is rarely about the present moment. It is almost always a quiet conversation with the past. Beyond childhood experiences, certain personality structures also contribute to extreme financial tightness. The link between personality type and spending behavior is well documented. Consider someone who is highly organized, deeply controlling, and perfectionistic in every area of their life. These traits often extend directly into financial decisions. For this personality type, spending feels like disorder. Every unplanned purchase creates internal chaos that directly conflicts with their fundamental need for rigid structure. In more obsessive personality profiles, money becomes something that must be preserved against future catastrophe. Spending begins to feel almost morally wrong to them. Now consider this. There is an important distinction that frequently gets blurred in everyday conversation, and it completely changes how we judge other people. Frugality and stinginess are not the same thing. Frugality is conscious, intentional spending. Stinginess is excessive avoidance driven by deep emotional rigidity underneath. A frugal person still maintains flexibility. If something brings genuine value or simple joy, they can comfortably choose to spend without any internal conflict. A stingy person lacks that flexibility entirely. Even when a purchase is clearly necessary, they experience strong resistance, guilt, or sometimes genuine physical discomfort. The frugal person invests in genuine needs without hesitation. The stingy person delays even essential purchases, sometimes at serious cost to their own well-being. And this changes everything. Because stinginess, when taken far enough, actively degrades the quality of a person's own daily life and physical health. Now, let us look at what happens inside the brain during a spending decision. The neuroscience behind this pattern is genuinely fascinating and revealing. Studies indicate that when financially stingy individuals consider making a purchase, their brain activates regions normally associated with physical pain and deep bodily discomfort. Specifically, the insula becomes highly active during these moments. This is the same brain region that processes disgust, physical distress, and visceral unease. In practical terms, for these individuals, spending money does not merely feel unpleasant. It registers in the brain as something remarkably close to actual physical pain. Think about that for a moment. Their brain is literally treating a restaurant bill with the same neural response it would give a physical injury. This neurological reality carries significant social consequences. Extreme stinginess creates persistent friction in relationships and gradually erodes trust with the people around them. Others frequently perceive stingy individuals as selfish or fundamentally unreliable. Over time, this perception leads to fewer social connections and increasing emotional isolation from others. The long-term risk here is quite profound. Chronic stinginess significantly increases the likelihood of deep loneliness, which itself carries serious psychological and physical health consequences. We can also understand extreme stinginess as a psychological defense mechanism. It often serves as unconscious protection against the deep fear of loss and emotional emptiness. When someone feels emotionally insecure at their core, money can substitute for the internal stability they lack. The bank balance quietly replaces genuine feelings of safety. But here is the paradox. The more tightly they hold on to money for security, the more insecure and restricted their actual lived experience gradually becomes. In the modern world, this pattern takes very specific forms. Obsessive investing while postponing any enjoyment. Endless accumulation while meaningful life quietly passes by unnoticed. The fear of potentially ruining the future becomes so overpowering that it ruins the present instead. The protection itself becomes the source of harm. The shield they built slowly becomes the cage they live in. Understanding this psychology does not excuse harmful behavior toward others, but it does reframe it. Behind every tightly closed wallet, there is usually an anxious mind. Recognizing that anxiety is the first step toward genuine compassion and meaningful change. So the next time you notice extreme tightness with money, whether in someone else or quietly within yourself, consider asking one simple but important question. Pause before judgment, because the answer might surprise you. What is this money actually protecting you from? And is the true cost of holding on so tightly even greater than the cost of letting go? Sometimes the bravest financial decision is simply allowing yourself to live.